It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's live again. It's Friday, Sunday. It's live again.
Are you ready?
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright.
Good afternoon, Almeria, and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright, this Friday afternoon. Yeah, just 17 more days to go to Christmas, and happy holidays. Somebody posted on my Facebook page today, yeah, it's Merry Christmas. Sorry, I'm not politically correct. I like to call it Merry Christmas. So, yeah, there you go. Loads more tips and advice on living and working in Spain today, and some great music coming up as well, getting us kicking off today with a bit of Jeff Beck.
The comment section is open. Chat live to the DJ right now via our website.
And here he is, the legendary David Wright.
So on my shows a couple of weeks ago, I told you about some of these villages in Spain that pay you to go and move there. Well, I've got some more updates and information on this. And if you're thinking about moving here in Spain or moving location, or you're first here in Spain, you're looking to become resident here in Spain, you might want to listen up, because you might be able to get up to €3,000 just for being resident in these villages. So I'll tell you a bit more about that a little bit later on.
It's Friday, and that Friday feeling, getting you into the mood for the weekend.
The comment section is open. Chat live to the DJ right now via our website.
And here he is, the legendary David Wright.
So yeah, the comment section has rebooted, so come and say hi, keep me company this afternoon. I've got Rita Grange in the comment section, Danny FS and John Alex. Thanks, John, for some great music. And just a reminder, John, if you're out on the roads this weekend, that the Christmas police are starting to do their traffic stops now. I spoke to a Spanish policeman friend of mine last weekend, and he was telling me that, yeah, this is the week that they start doing the checks, random checks in the streets for drinking and driving here in Spain. And you need to remember that the limit here in Spain is very, very low indeed. So it's 0.5. This is not 0.5, it's 0.5 alcohol for drivers here, and 0.3 for commercial drivers. So yeah, be very, very careful. It is a very low legal limit for driving here in Spain. So if you're out and about starting this weekend, there's going to be some police checks out and around in the Almeria area. So just be careful. Get a designated driver.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright.
Merry Christmas.
Mary's Boy Child there by Boney M.
Live.
David Wright.
David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
Now, the Spanish tourism minister, Jorge Herrera, I think that's how you say it, said that there's over 1 million extra flights booked to Spain in December. That's over a million flights more than last year, this December, mostly from the UK and Germany, and they expect a bumper year in 2024 in Spain. There's some new EU grants to Spain as well for building and construction industry, loads of new projects for Spain starting in January of next year. So yeah, there's some great news for Spain coming up. I've got more information on that as well. And if you're thinking about moving to Spain, or you're thinking about changing where you live in Spain, you might want to listen up. I'm going to be telling you about how you could get up to €3,000 just for being resident in a different village. That's coming up after this. Okay, so yeah, there's some new information and news out this week about places and towns here in Spain that are offering to get some more residents to go and register as residents in their villages. Now, a lot of the older Spanish towns and villages are seeing a decline in the residents there. It's because the younger generation of Spanish people are finding work outside of the villages and they're not coming back. And so they're trying to attract, these councils and town halls are trying to attract new blood into the villages. And a lot of these places now are doing these special incentive schemes for you to go and be resident in these villages. So, for example, in Galicia, in Rubia and Asturias. They're doing things like this scheme where they offer €3,000 to people that become new resident in the village, and also there is up to €3,000 if the couple have a new baby registered as a new baby in that village as well. So yeah, there's another one as well in near Malaga. There's a village, I can't remember what it's called now, but they were saying on the television the other day that they will give you up to €120 a month on top of your wages if you find a job in the village and you are a resident in that village. So loads of town halls are doing these schemes and incentives to get new life, new blood into these villages. And if you want to know more about this and find out exactly where these villages are, then go over to the Almeria Radio website and go over to my page. That's The Right Way with me, David Wright. I've got some links there where you can find out information on how and where you can get these discounts on Spanish villages.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's The Right Way with David Wright.
And a very good afternoon to Tracy Fallows-Winders, join us in the comment section, and Lisa Peters. Hi Lisa, how are you doing? Okay, so it's time for Artist of the Week here, radio.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
Now, a couple of years ago, I was in Seville and I hired one of these electric scooters that you can just jump on and travel around, and they're brilliant. They're great fun to use, and they got a regulator device, so when you go in the city centres, it cuts down the speed, but they do go, they really do fly, and yeah, quite handy to get around and that. But there's some news out now that a lot of these personal scooters, electric devices, are being banned from public transport. Now, the big Renfe train company here, it's the national train company across Spain, they have banned electric scooters on all of their trains now, saying it's down to the combustion devices on the batteries getting bursting into flames. They're not happy with it at all. There's been several fires last week in Madrid, and also the bus companies in Madrid have been the first. Madrid has been the first city to ban all electric scooters from all public transport in Madrid. Yeah, there's lots of fires. You see this on the TV and on the Spanish TV and on Facebook, things like that. These scooters just bursting into flames, where a lot of these places now are banning them from public transport. It's not just electric scooters. According to Renfe, the train company here in Spain, they're saying that any electric device that is a mobility device, except for electric wheelchairs, will not be allowed on the public transport. That's in Madrid, but also on all national train services. They're banning these electric scooters and any electrical mobility devices, except the electric wheelchairs, of course. Miguel Bosé there and Como un Lobo. About 5 or 6 years ago, that was really, really popular here in Spain with the youngsters, and they're playing in all the bars, all the clubs and things like that. Quite a catchy tune, that one. And if you get a chance to see the video on that, it's an amazing video there as well. Okay, so where we go now? Rob Mack.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's The Right Way with David Wright.
So the building industry have to set out some figures this week. So they reckon there's going to be a major growth in the new year for building industry in Spain. And yeah, they're already up 9% this year, the last half of this year, already 9% with foreign investment into Spain for building and construction companies here in Spain, new business. So that's great news for Spain. And also there's an EU grant of 350 million to support new construction projects across all of Spain, starting in January of next year. So great news if you're into looking for work in the construction industry. That's going to be great news for people living in Spain. Time for a bit of Enrique Iglesias now.
It's Friday, and that Friday feeling, getting you into the mood for the weekend. Live.
David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
Yeah, so with all the good news for the construction industry and new works projects starting in the new year, this is looking good for British people who are thinking of finding work here in Spain. People say it's always difficult to find work here in Spain, but it always goes down to whereabouts you're going to be moving to in Spain and what skills you've got. And also, obviously, if you can speak any Spanish, that will be a major asset to finding work here in Spain. But there is also some courses at your local councils and town halls that are doing courses now. There is these are training courses in learning new skills. They're trying to get people to learn new skills and to get people back to work. You can also go down to your unemployment office and find out about these courses. Some of them are free to join, free training courses, and you get diplomas and paperwork at the end of it. So it gives you a little bit of a qualification. If you want to find out more information about that, I've got some links over on my website here on Almeria Radio, and also you can just go down to your local town hall or council offices and find out. It's best to go to the employment offices, and some of these courses are in English. Apparently there are some English teachers in these courses in the major cities. In the villages you might not find these courses available to you, but there are quite a lot of training courses now to get people back to work here in Spain, and it's going to be looking good for the new year for people wanting to find work here in Spain.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
The Afternoon Show.
That was Randy Crawford and Street Life there. And good afternoon to Guy joining us in the comment section, and Rob Webber. Hi Rob, how you doing, mate? Great news on the keys, mate. Yeah, so I hope my information has helped you, Rob. Rob's been one of my members on my membership site for some time now, and Rob has just bought his place here in Spain, picks the keys up next week. So yeah, great news, and congratulations, Rob. I hope it all goes well for you. Well, that's it from me for another show until next Thursday. Remember, next Thursday, Friday, The Right Way with me, David Wright. Same time, same place as usual. Thanks very much, everybody, for joining me in the comment section. Have a great week. And up next, it's a 5 o'clock hit mix with Rob Mack with all the latest. I'll see you next week. Adios.
That's all, folks.